shoots.
Really?
Yeah.
The French and German female soccer players, some of them ended up in their own country's versions of Playboy.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you want to talk about chicks who do that, the ultimate one is that Jenny Finch, who was the pitcher on the University of Arizona softball team. She did a whole bikini thing. I'm going to have to send that to you, too. You're going to get into this. Jenny Finch.
She was the pitcher, not the catcher. When you played softball, were you more of a pitcher or a catcher?
Yeah, I'm going to have to send you some ones of that Morgan. What's her name?
Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan. She's hot.
Yeah.
She's from Southern California.
Yeah, Diamond Bar.
She's from Southern California. She's only 22, so that's right in that's right in my ballpark, right in my range. She's the youngest one on the team, and she's got some pictures that she probably later in life.
She really knows how to score.
She's probably going to regret some of the photos that she's taken, but
I fear what would happen for me if I was like alone with her. With her proclivity to score, and I mean, even as strong my defenses are,
yes,
I could probably be worn down. Yeah, looking for a wife in women's softball or women's soccer or women's Talmud study or women rabbis or just a lot of
I went on a date with the competitive a woman soccer player.
Really?
Yes.
Did she kick your balls?
She's a goalie. She played collegiate level.
Sweet.
And you know about it.
It's in your book?
Nope. It was last summer, a year ago, when I went to my nephew's wedding. And
oh, she was a shiksa.
She was 13 minutes. It only took 13 minutes to get my nephew in there.
She was hot.
Yeah, she's hot, and you know what? She looks a little bit like Hope Solo.
Yeah,
I mean, really, I was watching Hope Solo and started going like, damn, that looks like, Shanley. I was like, going, what? But I went out with the collegiate soccer. Hot.
Hot. I'd like to put her in the net.
College women soccer goalies. Hot. All right. No, Reb Taco's not going to tell us who he is. All right. Well, you got anything else before I talk about the thing that's going to take up a lot of time? Because I don't want you to just sit here bored, walking to my house for 30 minutes and don't say anything. So, well, if you got any sex stories or other stuff you want to entertain us with, anything happened this week? Did you go to any meetings? No.
Nah. Conserving my gasoline and this Obama economy.
Did you go back to the gay shul?
No, I haven't. I've never stepped foot inside. So that would be a true test of my broad-mindedness.
Yeah, you may have to go there just for like journalistic purposes.
Exactly.
What I would like to know is just one thing in that place. There's only one thing I'm curious about. The demographics. Is it mostly lesbians or is it mostly gay men? That's I'm kind of interested in.
You're not interested in what goes on in the restrooms?
No. I'm just curious because I have a hunch.
Yeah?
I have a hunch it's being driven by women. But I may be wrong.
I went to this gay reform temple on Sunset Boulevard once. I didn't realize it was gay. I just thought it was a nice reform temple, and I went there, and like all the guys were really friendly. And it wasn't until things got going that I realized it was a gay temple.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
we all make mistakes.
Yeah, I went to a shul on La Brea, on the other side of town, and I was walking to shul, and like 2 doors down from it I looked inside, it was like Friday night, it was like, looked inside, it was like really loud music coming out of there, and I looked in to see what was going on, and I realized it was a gay bar. 2 doors down from me shul, the gay bar.
Would you have a problem like having a drink at a gay bar?
I don't drink. Hey, why don't I just answer the question a different way? I've performed in a gay bar.
What exactly did you perform? Was it hide the salami?
No, I did. I did comedy. I did comedy for them.
What did you talk about?
I just did my act. I just went up there and did my show.
Were they really flaming?
You want to know something? Because it was like a comedy show and everything, there was like a lot of friends, the comedians on the lineup and stuff. So it was really hard to tell as this night got on who was there because they were patrons normally and who was. I couldn't tell who was who, and but there was a lot of gays there. You know what I'm saying?
How good is your gaydar?
It's pretty good, I think. But listen, I asked the bartender before I started the show because he was like the host of the place, and I was like, listen, my show is really tailored for straight people. I go, should I do special material for these guys? He's going like, this is my first time I ever played for gays. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. Just go up and do your show. We can handle it. It's not a problem, right? And then they love me. And then I got invited later on at the Comedy Store. They had a special show every week called like the Gay Review or something. And they had a show that was like mostly gay comics and mostly gays in the audience. It was a show, a gay theme. But they brought in some people who weren't gay, or whatever, who would also be on the lineup. And they wanted me in because gays love me. They just think it's funny that a rabbi's on it. Basically, they relate to anybody who's like not in the mainstream. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if you're a mainstream anybody, they're gonna have a problem with you, right? But if they're gonna feel very comfortable if you go in there and like you're off on the sides, on the margins. So yeah. I played there a lot, and they ate me up. They love me.
I bet they ate you up.
No, So yeah, I played in the gay show. I played in the gay bar. So the answer to that is I don't have a problem with that. We've already been there. That's already been tested. There you go.
I think gays have had enough fun poked at them. Where's Sam Kinison? Okay, so talk to us about this retarded.
Okay, let's. Want to get into that
in Brooklyn?
Well, first we have to learn the halachas. We're going to learn some halachas tonight. From time to time on this show, we discuss special topics, and we learn special things. Like sometimes we learn about milk and meat or laws of conversion. We spend time talking about special things. I thought it was very timely that this week we would talk about what Judaism has to say about certain people who are exempt from Torah. And we never really gave it a lot of time before to talk about. We kind of touched on it briefly when there was a murder in Tucson about 6 months ago. We kind of just glazed over it, but it wasn't so pertinent because, first of all, the guy who did the killing isn't Jewish. I don't know, second of all, if he even comes close to fitting the description. And third of all, nobody really made a big deal about it. But right now there's a big issue going on in the Jewish community, so I thought, you know what? There's a lot of misinformation and a lot of ignorance out there, and I thought it'd be good to talk about this and learn the halacha. So we're going to do that right now. Is that okay? This is going to take a while because it's really in depth. Okay, so just, go back to sleep. No, pay attention. Okay, I'm just going to read it out. Judaism says there are categories of Jews that are exempt from the entire Torah. They're called the Cherish, the Sheta, and the Katan. The deaf, the fool, and the minor. And although the minor is someone who's under 12 if they're female or under 13 if they're male, even though they know the difference between right and wrong, nevertheless, they're not required to keep any part of the Torah, and their parents are responsible for their actions. And it's the Beis Din that actually has to make sure that the kids are taught properly so that when they turn 13, they'll be able to keep mitzvahs, but until then, it's the parents who are responsible. If, God forbid, a minor murders someone, that kid can actually not be punished for his actions. Okay? Similarly, the shaita, the fool, cannot be held accountable. He can't because he doesn't understand what the hell he doesn't understand what he just did. The fool is usually defined as someone who is crazy, and there's a whole series of criteria in which they must meet to be considered crazy. They get caught ripping their clothes, they walk alone at night, they hang out in a graveyard, they show a crazy obsession with radio talk show hosts.
Sounds like someone here.
Right. There's also another type of fool, and that's the petty, the mentally retarded. The Rambam wrote in his Mishnah Torah, Hilchas Edus, which is the laws of witnesses, in Halacha 9:10, someone whose comprehension is like a small child is called a petty, and is considered on the same equal halachic status as the shaita, and they're exempt from mitzvahs. As a result, Rav Moshe Feinstein paskin that the parents of mentally retarded people are fully responsible for those retarded people when those kids grow up and become adults, just as if they're still minors, just as parents are responsible for minors. Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach wrote in his Minchas Shlomo 134 that a petty is any adult any adult, regardless of age, that lacks the comprehension